welcome back to episode 103 of the Hit the Showers podcast presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co-host, Malcolm. Are we talking practice king?
Hey, no sir. Hey, as you seen on the 2K22 on the dark side of the PlayStation earlier, I am the soldier, the star-studded man.
You ain't shit, nigga.
What's going on though?
Not shit, just another day.
Another day and hopefully another dollar, right?
You know, another dollar, dollar and change.
A couple cents, whatever, right? Some change.
You know? Shit, if I remember correctly, you blew a couple. Fuck you talk about 2K. You ain't no damn star-studded shit.
Hey, now
You need to hit your practices.
We did see some glitches in the game, though. We did see a few glitches in the game,
Listen,
though. But
that
that's okay.
PlayStation shit.
That's okay, right? You might be onto something. Let me find out. Let me find out. You might be the true analyst between both systems.
I might be able to know now, but of course we here to talk basketball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll be starting off with.
Fuck it, let's get right into it. Let me let's talk Ja Morant and his 52-point game against the Spurs.
Yes, sir.
And I mainly want to talk about it, right? Because I do want to eat my words to an extent.
Let's hear it.
And like you said off air, you said you looked it up and it wasn't what you thought it was. Because I never said that I thought he was weak. I did say that I felt like he needed to improve his 3-point shot. Like I said. And I said. I think he needs to improve his distribution. That is still correct. And I think that while I eat my words saying that he has improved in the points of criticism I had last season, I will say that I still am correct about I think he's a true shooting guard. He's not a true point guard.
I'm starting to feel that. Yeah, I'm starting to agree with you there.
Like, I understand. I don't mean to cut you off. You seem like you had something you were doing.
I was adjusting the mic volume, making sure it wasn't,
But yeah, I don't feel like it's not like he can take the ball up, of course. He has the dribbling ability to take the ball up.
Right.
I feel like either he lacks court vision or he ignores what he sees because he's so good.
That's a good point. And if you really think about it, as far as help goes, I know he has Desmond Bain, maybe a couple other people on the team, but I guess what I'm trying to say is how much help is...
He has Jaren Jackson, who's a dog. Who else is it on the Grizzlies that it's another main person? Steven Adams, of course. You should be having 5 assists a game off him alone.
Damn, Steven Adams is still playing?
Yep. Off Steven Adams alone, you should be able to get you at least 3 assists by yourself.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Just to him by himself. So I don't like seeing him in games with 2 assists at the end of the game, 3 assists at the end of the game. Now, the 52-point game made sense, right? He ended that game with 52.7 rebounds, 2 assists, and shot 4 for 4 from 3. Now, that made sense why he didn't pass, because the nigga couldn't miss.
Right.
There was a play where it was, I think, 1 point something left on the clock before halftime. Steven Adams was taking the ball out, and Ja Morant was all the way on the other side of the court in the corner 3, and Steven Adams hurled the ball all the way down court. Ja Morant takes probably 3-4 steps up in front of the 3-point line, jumps up, catches the ball, and shoots without touching the ground, on some alley-oop shit. And like as he's falling out of bounds, nothing but net. Nothing but fucking net.
He's athletic
It
as
was
hell.
it was ridiculous. The play was just ridiculous. Like, so there was no way he could miss. I don't want to say there wasn't no way he could miss, but he was in his bag that game. He wasn't going nowhere.
Right.
So I understand why he didn't pass as much that game, but you gotta distribute the ball more. You have to, or at least move somebody into the one that's going to do that, because then you benefit more from that, because then you get to take the ball up and play off ball more, so you can roll to the rim, use your speed, all that. Like, it doesn't make sense to me why you would force yourself to be a point guard if that's not really what you are.
I think John Morant just loves to have the ball in his hands, and so do the Grizzlies.
Right.
They just want him to be, I guess, maybe the first person to have the ball in his hands, and then let him decide, does he want to do something with it, or does he want to try to see if he wants to pass? I think that's what it is.
You know what I will say? I'll say the Allen Iverson comparisons are similar.
That's so funny you brought that up.
If you remember, now I do want to talk about that, but if you remember, he started out at point two.
Mm-hmm.
And
I do.
And then he got his wits about him, like, you know what? It doesn't make sense. Let Eric Snow take it up. I'll run the two, or whatever the case may be. Allen Iverson can play point better than Eric Snow.
Right, of course.
But the switch went off in his head, and he said, it makes more sense for me to be the two. Kind of like Kyrie Irving. Now, with that being said, I don't want to say Kyrie Irving is Ja Morant.
And vice versa. Right.
Now, what I will say is there was a point in Kyrie's prime where he did drive, never dunked a lot like him, but you can see it even now. He knows how to drive, and he will do it. But Ja Morant is a different beast. He has shades of Rose in him.
That's what I was gonna say too. Shades of early Westbrook Rose, kind of just
he's something different. I will say that he is something different, and the fact that he's so small is a good thing, right? Because he's not no big power forward doing that. He's coming down on a light frame.
Right.
So he doesn't have to worry about knees and all that. As much as he's jumping, he's still good because you're coming down feathery, as opposed to a Zion Williams who's coming down like a fucking cinder block.
Ja's coming down to put nuts on your head. You hear me?
He's stupid.
He's coming down. He like that dunk off the air. We see he's coming down to dunk on you, swing nuts on your head while he's dunking.
Yeah, he wants to. And that's another thing that happened in that game. He dunked on Jakob Poeltl, so it was so fucking awful. Even the commentator was like the young people say, he just caught a body. He did him dirty.
Man, another thing is, I don't know if you agree, but Ja Morant to me has that killer instinct. Like he's now shown to me like he's playing for blood.
You don't mind him putting the ball in his hands in the last few.
Right.
Now it also depends on the situation. I'm gonna keep it funky, right? Because while he has improved on his 3-point shot, it's a set 3.
It is.
I don't trust him. Like we need a 3 at the end of the game, and the defense knows we need a 3. I'm not giving it to Ja. Because Ja's not going to be the Kyrie that, runs up, steps back, and then off of one, puts one up for the win. That's not his style.
It's not his style.
Now, hopefully he learns it. If he learns that, then how do you stop that man? Only Father Time can stop that man when he gets old and slow, because no one's going to be able to stop him if he can do that too.
Yeah, he's so explosive. I just wonder how long he can keep it up. I hope that he can. It's just that you've seen it time after time. The Derrick Roses and other players being so explosive can lead to so many injuries, or
Yeah,
significant
no,
injuries,
you are correct. You are correct. But like I said again, I think that light frame is going to help him out when it comes to. I'm not saying he can't get injured. I'm just saying that may add a few more years of him being able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But my biggest fear with him is the fact that you rely on your athleticism so much. When you do get older, are you still gonna have a place in a starting lineup? Because then you're gonna have to start playing smart. It's not gonna be athletic. It's gonna be a different game for you.
Right. Well, and I know LeBron's a rare species, so to speak, but my whole point is, he's still athletic, and he's how old now? LeBron is he 30,
37.
36? 37. God damn.
But he's also. But that's the thing though. He's also 6'9", 6'10".
Right.
You feel me? He's big with the rest of them. The fact that he's small and he's able to do that comes from the fact that he's that athletic. He's that
Right.
quick to be able to get
Right.
around you, to be able to set up for that dunk. But as you get older, you lose a step or two.
You know what he may do then? Take the CP3 approach. You
That's
know
what
what
I'm
I seen
saying.
that.
It's going to be a different style of play for you. I'm not saying you can't still dunk, but you
Right.
can't do
Right.
what you're doing right now when you get old
No.
like that.
Not against the new upcoming John Morants at that
You're
time.
gonna have to learn, not learn, because I know he has it, but
Adapt. You got to adapt.
you're gonna have to get that mid range jump shot in your bag.
Mm-hmm.
All that.
Change your badges up, homie. Eventually.
You're gonna have
Redirect your
to. You're
badges.
gonna have to, because that athleticism doesn't last forever.
Change your build up a little bit eventually. Yeah, when it comes to that point.
But you know what though? That LeBron is a good example to bring up when you say that, because regardless of his size, the fact that he is still able, well, size included, the fact that he is still able to do that, and he doesn't come down with injuries like that.
I know them knees hurt though, and that
Oh,
groin.
I'm sure he's icing the fuck out of all that.
But yeah, he's good though. I mean, now
Some people are
we
built
talk,
like that. Maybe he's one of them, is what I was
and,
getting
and,
at.
and we talked about this before, Cliff. Um, LeBron, sorry, nephew was in the background screaming.
You good?
LeBron invests. They said at least $1 million or over $1 million.
In his body,
into his
right.
body. Yeah, so
He
I'm not
got the
taking away his
cryos
genetics,
and all that.
right? I'm not taking away your genetics, but if you got chef's clip and you're doing all that, you have to, not saying Ja doesn't either. My whole point is, if you take it serious enough,
That's Tom
hopefully,
Brady.
right,
That's Tom fucking Brady. We talk about it all the time.
right.
Even the people that love him know he's not athletic.
He's not. He
He's
never
an
was.
athlete, but he's
Right,
not athletic.
athletic.
So the
Right.
fact that you can last that long means that you are putting back into yourself.
Right, investing in your body.
Right. And the
And I love
people
you.
that usually do tend to last a little longer.
And I love you, Tom Brady. I know you to go to football, but boy, if we ever play in a dodgeball game, you getting picked last. You were not getting picked first, second, or
Dodgeball?
third.
Shit, nah,
Yeah.
nigga. Dodgeball, he getting picked first. And I don't care if my last picks are nobody. Stand in front of him, okay? And
Right.
let him wing him at him. He's going.
Yeah, you better hope. You better hope that's the case. I hope he don't get on the run, or else he
Nah, we gonna have somebody in front of him the whole time. Somebody with good hands. And all you gotta do is wing them. Headshots every
Right.
trip.
Right.
But
Yeah, John Morant's definitely. Now back to we kind of touched on it. We kind of touched on the AI thing. Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think we're jumping the gun on that. Now I do think that he's on his way to passing, but you can't pass the. Listen, AI used to lead the league in scoring.
Was he an MVP? Was he ever an MVP? AI?
I believe so. I believe he was MVP.
I want to say he was at least once.
What was that season where he made it to the finals? He got knocked out by
The Lakers?
Was it the Lakers?
I want to say.
It might have been the Lakers actually. But yeah, I
Let me
think
see.
that season, I think he got MVP.
Okay,
But
so
motherfucker, you led the league in scoring.
right,
Ja Morant hasn't done that yet.
Allen Iverson was the MVP in 2001.
Was that the year I'm talking about? Was that the year they went to the finals against the Lakers? Was it the Lakers? I think so, though.
I'm trying to see.
But
To your point,
while you're
what was
looking it up, though, I'm just saying what I was getting at is Ja Morant is developing into that player.
right?
But as far as all the memes with them together, like they talking about
Mm-hmm.
passing the torch or
The torch,
passing the throne or whatever, not
right?
yet.
That's what AI said in a post at some point. I remember him saying,
Not
"Not
yet.
yet."
You're getting there. Not yet. Because I just feel like nowadays this this generation is just so quick to erase the person before,
Right.
and it's like you got to do your
Lakers
you got to. That was it. Yeah, that's what I
one,
thought.
1-4. Yeah.
I just couldn't think of the year, so 2001. But yeah, you can't be so quick just to erase the person that came before you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I understand the next generation wanting to be great, and that is the point. That's the point of you competing, is knocking off the person that did it before you.
Right.
I guess knocking off is a bad word because you know, but that's the way you think about it. Is
Just
I
trying to be in the same talks.
not even that. I'm trying to surpass you to the point you're not discussed.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that should be your mindset if you want to be
Right.
a great. But
Right.
we can't be so quick in this generation to do that. Just like
Man,
the Zion's a perfect example, right? Everybody was so ready to pass him the throne of the NBA.
they were too. Swear. Mm-hmm.
And you had a decent first season,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
now you're nowhere to be found. Now I don't want to put too much on him, right? Because Joel Embiid was the same way.
Mm.
He went through what, 4 seasons before he actually got to play full go.
Damn.
The first season he got drafted, he didn't play at all. The next season he was on limited minutes, 15 minutes per game. The season after that they increased it to like 20, 25. Then the season after that, I think they let him go full go, but they sat him some games. That's where the whole process thing came from. Trust the process.
Mm.
That's why he was saying that, because everybody was talking shit. Like, was he worth the pick? Was he worth anything if he's never going to play?
Right.
And he always said, trust the process. And now look at him. Maybe the best player in the NBA.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Maybe the best player in the NBA. They were talking about it the other day on ESPN. They were saying Joel Embiid currently has the most 50-point games scored in the NBA. Currently has the most 40-point games scored in the NBA. The motherfucker's averaging a double-double with 30 points. He's going nutty.
And he's 7 foot.
But he's going nutty. The guy's going nutty. You can't take that away. He's going nutty. So he might be the best player in the NBA currently, in my opinion.
I
But I
mean,
say might. Who would you say is better?
man, you know who I go with every day, all day, man. Stephen motherfucking Curry. Now, I'm not talking about all around because we know like he's not known for his defense. I'm just saying if I had a draft right now, my number one overall pick is gonna be
You
Steph
taking
Curry.
Curry over Embiid?
Hell yeah, because all I need is a decent big man. You know, there's a lot of
Yeah,
decently big
until
men.
you run into a Joel Embiid.
and that's fine. But Joel Embiid is not going to be able to.
And then you
he's
like,
not gonna,
damn, I need a better big man.
well, right, but you're right. But listen, but on that team, who's going to stop Stephen Curry?
You never know. Never know. Depends
Nobody.
on the point.
Nobody, because listen, this
nobody can really stop Stephen. Well, it depends.
This dude practices shots. I saw him in warm up the other day. He didn't miss one. He practiced shots starting from the logo. From the logo, he started.
I saw he started from the foul line.
He started from the
and then
he
worked
did
his way back to the logo, and then he went back. The logo went back forward to.
He did. I just listen. Ain't no, and this is the same guy. You said he did what in the All-Star game? Talk about impressive, right? You said Steph did what in the All-Star game?
Had
how many threes?
16,
he broke a record, right?
16 for 27 from 3.
Come on, Cliff. Come on, man.
And what I can't remember the point number he hit.
And that's fine. I'm just saying that Joel Embiid is a phenomenal player. But damn it, that boy Curry.
Nah, but he still ain't.
Until they make some Embiid or Embed, whatever his last Embiid shoes.
50 points. He hit 50.
Until they make some Embiid, until Embiid gets a shoe deal.
Listen, I guess in a sense, fuck that 50 Steph hit in the All-Star game. That 52 Ja Morant hit is worth more.
Steph did it against All-Stars, though.
But we know the All-Stars ain't playing like that.
Right, but he also did it in a crowd where there's a lot of pressure because there's a lot of greats. We talked about there's a lot of greats in that crowd.
Pressure don't matter. I would equate that to the same. It's only Ja's what, second year, third year.
I want to say
it's the second year. It's his second year because Zion, right? So this is Zion was out. This is his second year. He's out. Not second year. He's out.
Wait a minute. Last year wasn't Ja's rookie year because LaMelo Ball won Rookie of the Year. He wasn't in the same rookie class as LaMelo Ball and them. So this will be his. Let me see, but I'm pretty sure.
Right? Yeah, you're right. Wait. Yeah, you're right.
Because LaMelo Ball and them boys was up for the. Remember that was LaMelo and Anthony Edwards and them. Yeah.
Third year.
This is LaMelo's second year.
Right.
Anthony Edwards and them, yeah.
So yeah, I would equate that regardless. I would equate that to just showing up. You know what I mean? You're not there yet. Only certain players in the NBA show up like that in their rookie year.
Right.
And the fact that you're still showing up, and then the fact that Curry's been in the league for how many years? 9.
It's at least 09, I want to say.
09?
I want to say, let me see. I want to say he's been there since like 09, 010. I want to say 09. Let me see. Stephen Curry.
He is a little older, isn't he?
Yeah, he just has that baby face. You know what I'm saying? That baby face. That's why.
Davidson.
Right. He's been there. Okay, he's been there for 12 seasons.
12 seasons, that's it.
So 2010. 22 minus 12 is 10. Was it 09? I feel like it was. But anyways, it was between that 09 010 season.
But shit, I mean, once you've been in there that long doing what you've been doing, I feel like regardless of who's in the seats, you know how to perform. You
should. I mean, you should. Now, there's people. He was drafted.
You do. You're in the All-Star game. You do know how to perform.
He was drafted in 2009. So okay. I was right. Okay. Yeah. I knew it's been a while, but no, I'm just saying. I mean, there's people. To your point, so there's people that started when Steph started. I mean, I have to pull up that draft class, for example. But I'm just saying, like, not everybody's still performing and.
But we not talking about everybody. We talking about an elite. This is.
Oh yeah.
This is the 1% of the 1%.
Right. Man, listen. Call it corny, call it what you want. Steph's like fine wine. He only gets better with time. That's what I'll say about his game. He only gets better with, and Steph's been great
we can't say anything about these young boys either, though, because
right.
My criticism about Ja, he has surpassed.
but his team ain't built like Steph's. They nice though. The
I
Grizzlies
don't
ain't no
know. I
punks.
don't know if you could say that. I think it's just they're just young.
Do you remember? Was
The
that
one thing the
last?
Warriors do have is they have experience,
Right.
and not just experience. Like in fighting, like in boxing, they say championship experience because
Right.
there's a difference between having experience and then there's a difference between being in a championship fight with another champion. And the Warriors have had experience in every aspect possible.
Right.
They've had hella championship experience. They've had
Steve Kerr.
regular season experience. They've had switching of coaches experience. They've had all the experience that you could ask for. They've had. But another thing they've talked about is they've been losing since Draymond Green's been out.
I didn't know he was out. I didn't see
Mm-hmm.
when he get hurt. Look within the past week and stuff. I didn't see that he was out.
I actually don't know. I looked at or I saw that on ESPN and I meant to look it up and I didn't. I never. I was focused on other shit.
Got back to it. Let me see. Just pulled up my notes, looking at something.
But
So yeah, I mean, yeah, John Morant. And these young cats are impressive. Luca, Ja. I mean, these rising
yeah,
stars.
no,
So
they're built different. Like these kids now, I will say, are built different. But my ending on this specific conversation would be: we need to be better about not being so quick to try to replace.
they right. Give it time. Give it
Right,
time, young folks. Give it time,
right.
young
You've been in
folks.
the league 3 years and you're already trying to say passing the torch to Allen Iverson.
It's a marathon, not a
Allen
sprint.
fucking Iverson.
And dude, that's
Now,
disrespectful.
yes, I do
Just
see the similarities, but
just like, hey, Cuddy, just like when they tried to say, "Oh, Devin Booker's the next Kobe Bryant." Man, stop, please stop,
right,
please stop. It's too soon. Don't. That's
right,
disrespectful. These guys put in so many years in the game to get that
right,
legendary
right, right.
status. Y'all just now y'all still rookies, beginners, whatever you want to say. Come on now,
Yeah, I don't like that.
earn. Basically, as Michael Brown would say, he tells me this all the time. Michael Brown would say, you can't cut in line in life.
Right,
You gotta wait your turn.
right,
Gotta wait your turn.
right.
You gonna have a turn, but you gotta wait. You gotta wait. That's the bottom line.
That's my nigga.
But I was gonna ask you. Remember the offline video I sent you of the interaction with Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, and Michael
Oh
Jordan?
yes, yes.
You want to
Whoever
talk
did
about
that,
that?
whoever,
Yeah, that was.
no, we ain't gonna talk about that just
Oh,
yet. But yeah, I
okay.
do want to touch. Fuck it. It ain't really much to talk about.
Right. It's just a quick little touch on it, but it's just what did you now? Whoever did the video sound overs, did you see all the
I
sound
think
overs
he
or just
was.
the one?
I just saw the one.
Okay, there was multiple, but that one was the
Okay.
funniest. That one was the
Man,
funniest.
that I don't even think that was. I think that was exactly what the motherfuckers was saying.
Right.
I think that was exactly the conversation right there.
I guess here's my question for you, Cliff, and for the shower heads out there who may or may not know what's going on. Just to recap it, what we're talking about is at the NBA 75 All-Star Weekend, part of the event.
The Hall of Fame,
Isaiah,
whatever.
right, Isaiah Thomas, who's had a 30-year beef at least or so with Michael Jordan and vice versa, went to talk to Magic Johnson. They had a quick interaction. Michael Jordan was standing behind Magic Johnson. Isaiah Thomas, Michael Jordan, of course, did not interact. Magic Johnson then went back, smirked and laughed, and probably told some jokes to Michael Jordan, leaving us as fans and spectators to say what was said, what was the conversation, what was probably. Yeah, you think that it was kind of like,
I
oh
think
yeah,
that
he
was
was talking.
perfectly accurate. I think what he said was perfectly accurate, and I think that everything went down just the way he said it.
I think so too. I think so
I don't
too.
even think I know he was just doing it off the strength, but I feel like that was subtitles. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like not like written out, but that was he was basically just dubbing over
Pretty
the
obvious.
words that were actually said. I think that's exactly how it went down. The dude is genius for that.
Right. And
So
I
with
guess
that,
my thing is my bad. I didn't mean to catch up. My thing is like do you, looking from the outside looking in, let's be honest, right? We all know that technically Isaiah Thomas was qualified to make that 92 dream team.
Right.
And if I pull up the team, you know what I'm saying? He definitely should have been on the team.
Right.
Now, do you think that he, like, basically, that's what I'm saying. If it was you, if you were Isaiah Thomas, let's just say that, would you still be mad 30 years later at Michael Jordan for you getting snubbed out of this? Or, yeah, I probably would be too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's not about you snubbing me out of playing in the Olympics. You're snubbing me out of everything, out of extra money, out of endorsements, out of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're on the Olympic team. We still talk about that dream team.
We do. It's forever embedded too. It might be the best. All-Star team. I mean, the 08 team was cool, but the 92, yeah, the best. That's what I meant. Sorry, but it might be the best Olympic team of all time. I mean, like the 08 team or whatever with, you know, KD and AD.
It ain't the dream team.
But yeah, the dream team was just. I mean, it's the dream team for a reason. Right. The dream team. So I just wanted to get your take on that real quick about the Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, that happened exactly. I wish you'd have said you was gonna bring it up. I'd have copied the link and put it in
the chat. I'm sure I can find it
but I ain't about to. I might do it another day.
Yeah,
but
now if I was Michael Jordan though, I would have handled that the same way. Because if you notice in the video, he just kind of was grinning and smirking and just like he knew like people are looking, right? So he's not stupid. Like he's like that.
I mean, it ain't nothing you can do. What can you do?
Right.
What can you do? Right. There's nothing that can be done. He can't do shit. The only thing that would have made me think that Jordan was really on some bullshit like the old Jordan is if he just would have stood there looking at him. Just blank stared looking at him.
That's a surprise he didn't.
He was trying to be polite about it and was looking off into the crowd.
Wasn't he?
He was kind of. I bet he was kind of hoping Aaron. Like Isaiah, my guy.
There he is.
I'm on mute. What's happening?
What's good? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Sorry about my punctuality. Goddamn it.
Oh, you good?
You know how I go.
Hey, still recovering.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
He's stupid. Good. Mock's stupid.
Oh shit.
What was we talking about?
Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, little moment, NBA 75, and Michael Jordan.
Nah, we was past that, wasn't we?
Well, Michael Jordan smiling and playing it off cool and not, you know, staring at him and making him. That's what you was getting at.
Oh, okay.
You said there wasn't much that he could have done.
No, I was about to say, he kind of, I bet he was kind of feeling like, I bet this motherfucker gonna come up and try and shake my hand. That's why he wasn't looking at him. That's why he was looking off. You know what I'm saying?
He's like.
So he could still choose to play him off if he wanted to.
Right.
But yeah, no. Did you see that meme thing? Where the dude overdubbed Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas? You ain't see that?
No.
Man,
no, I think I know. I know the dude that used to be doing it.
Man, he was right on the fucking money, G.
He wasn't.
He was right on the money.
Well, it's just, I mean, the fact that Jordan and Isaiah Thomas still don't get along.
Yeah.
And you can see, like, you could see from the way Isaiah Thomas was talking to Magic and then just, like, walked away that... That's exactly that's what happened is he was talking to Magic and Jordan was standing right behind him and he was talking to him and it was like, are you going to say something to Jordan afterwards? Nah, he would just say what he said and he walked off. And after he walked off, Jordan tapped him and dude was like, he's still mad about that bullshit, ain't he? And, Magic Johnson just leans back and starts laughing and like nodding his head. So you knew that's what he was saying in real life. Like it was right. That shit was right on the money.
I mean, Scottie Pippen didn't even show up.
He did. I didn't even.
Scottie Pippen been on that bullshit though.
Yeah, he can't.
He has been on some shit.
You can't say all that stuff you be saying, and you want to come around and be buddy. Like, nah, you better be on the other side of the stage.
Scottie Pippen been on that bullshit. I ain't even gonna stunt.
Bullshit, no Chicago.
Nigga, you just saw him on the thing waving like this. Hey, y'all. I ain't finna jump me out there on the basketball
You
court.
stupid. Ain't nobody stunting no goddamn Scottie Pippen's ass.
His own wife ain't even stunning him.
Hey, didn't he get like a podcast or
He came out with a book.
I know he was on everybody's podcast. I know that's where the whole all the clips came from him talking the bullshit. But I thought he started his own or something. I might be tripping.
With a tell-all book, but that was everybody pretty much thinks that's just to promote it. He got like a whiskey or something coming out.
Scottie Pippen whiskey.
Hey man, I don't know what it's called, but
it's gonna be called Beam Me Up Scotty.
Whatever it is, man, he's trying to, you know, get people's attention somehow, some way. So I think he's just going the whole play the victim, and you know, it's all MJ's fault for us getting them 6 championships or something. I don't know what
I mean, listen, I don't know. I was never the biggest Scottie fan.
Me. You didn't win shit without him, so I don't know what are you talking about right now. We just leave it alone now. It's all bull. It's all good. Sky still got a seat in the locker room. It's just off there. It's over there in the corner. It's by himself.
Now he's pointing to it in the locker room.
That nigga's stupid.
You got your jersey on the floor.
I just caught that. But enough about them old niggas. Since I'm eating my crow, I did first about Ja Morant, and I don't want to bring it back up too much, since we talked about it for a good halfie. But my opinion, and I want to know what you think, is I think he's going to be another dude that ends up realizing he's better at the 2.
Who, Ja Morant?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the game isn't as traditional as it once was. Like, to me, Ja's kind of like if Allen Iverson and Derrick Rose had a baby.
That's crazy that you said that, man.
There'll be something like that. But when we look at, you know, Ja Morant can facilitate, though. I've seen him play good basketball.
But he doesn't. But he doesn't, though.
Well,
when are you gonna?
I don't know. He's also in a team where it's kind of the best bet if he just takes control sometimes.
Right, that's what I said. Now that's what I said.
Sometimes, I said that too. I said in certain instances I understand it, but you can't end the game with like 2 and 3 assists. You just can't do it.
Why not? A win's a win.
You can't do it at the point guard position. Because regardless, I feel like y'all are trying to not estimate. I don't know the word I'm looking for.
Undermine him?
No, not him.
Undermine the position?
Desmond Bain and Jaren Jackson and them. You got a squad. It's not like you just don't have a squad. You got a nice little squad with you.
Well,
yes.
And I was wrong last time. I said the young Jones brother. It is. You are right. It is Tyus.
Yeah, I thought so. I don't remember the older.
Tyus is the older one. Trey's the younger one. Trey's the one that played with Zion and them. I think he's somewhere. I think he's on like the Kings or something. I seen him though, because he didn't go. I didn't see him get picked up the first year when they all left.
Yeah.
You know, Ja Morant and Zion Wilson were on the same AAU team.
Mm-hmm.
That was a hell of a squad, boy.
Right, at that time.
I'm sure it was, yeah.
Look, at that time.
Right.
Zion weighing in. Sure.
You stupid. But other than that, I do want to bring up, I said I was going to eat my crow again. Remember, and you might be included on this, Malcolm. I'm not going to stunt. We might be wrong. We might be wrong about the Joel Embiid, James Harden.
Oh, they've been looking good, huh?
Right.
We might be wrong, yeah. We might now.
Now we didn't clear say they wasn't gonna do well.
Right.
We said we don't know what that's gonna look like with both of them, their play styles.
Now you notice. We all know this. We all been here.
I got something I want to say about that though.
Well, go ahead, Aaron. I was just gonna say it's a new relationship. You know the things can change.
Right. You are right. But
you know
that pertains to what I was gonna bring up. The fact that the last 3 times, well, not the last, it wasn't 3 times, but the last couple times when he went to the Nets, his balling crazy when he first got there, and it just went away.
Houston, yeah.
You know, Houston,
It's
that ended
like
up happening in the playoffs.
that new
In the playoffs,
flame.
Yeah.
yeah. So at some point, I don't know. James Harden seems to be like a hard teammate to play with. You kind of got to look at the common denominator when all these problems he's had with teammates.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got all these people that can go to another team. Chris Paul went to another team, and now they're the best team in the league, right?
Right.
Uh, you bring your childhood friend to your team. That shit didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, I don't want to play no more. Put me with the Nets. I want to play with the Nets. You go with the Nets. That didn't work out.
Right.
I don't know what the problem exactly was, but there was some type of disconnect. And then
Clearly.
you go to the 76ers, and you're like, man, I love it here for now.
Right.
You're like, he has honeymoon basketball. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you mean.
It'd be good until there's one disagreement in the locker room where Joel's like, hey, man, you know, you need to pass me the ball more or something. He's like, man, you know what? This team, I don't give a fuck about y'all.
Well, listen.
You know,
Listen, what I will say is in that
I'm
last game against the Knicks, my nigga finished with a triple-double, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 16 assists, and 5 steals. All I'm saying is if you dishing out 16 assists, I don't see any way Joel Embiid is going to get upset.
But this is kind of like I said, the honeymoon shit. Like when the first couple times you meet a girl, you bring her flowers and chocolate and all this type of things. Oh, this is going to happen every time. No, it's not. Eventually, I'm going to flat out stop answering the phone.
Right.
You know, maybe it might last the end of the season. If he's really trying to get a championship, it might last.
Do you think they get one?
I don't think it's out of the question. I don't think it's
now. Now let me ask you this: if they get one, do you think that honeymoon phase then extends into the next season?
Yeah, I'm barring any type of disagreement or locker room dispute.
Right.
They have as good a chance as the Nets. You know, the Bucks, my Bulls. You already know what time it is. But they have as good a chance, but it's about staying healthy for one. And the second part about it is, you know, how well is this actually working in the locker room? Like, has he not started to annoy people yet? Right? Because I don't know what it is about James Harden, but it's something.
Right.
You know? And I can't speak on what it is, but you gotta look at the facts, bro.
And the nigga don't even talk that much is funny, right? So it almost makes you feel like he's the exact opposite off camera as he is on camera.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like I said, I don't know who he is or, you know, his background for. I just know he's from LA. So all I know is that we've seen him come out strong and then fizzle out.
Right.
Because playoffs come, get late in the playoffs, he start getting tired and shit, start missing shots. His foul game ain't working no more, so he might get frustrated or some shit.
Right.
But it's going to be an interesting playoffs. I can tell you that much, man. It's going to be a very interesting playoff.
I will say that game, Joel Embiid had 37 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. They combined for 66 points that game. They had more than half of their team's points that game.
That sounds like when KD and James was out there with no Kyrie.
Right.
About exactly what they was doing.
Yeah. I guess you're, yeah.
My cut looking clean too, boy. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, you gotta paint it on.
Right, don't he?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, all natural, baby. Ball's ball, I stand on it.
I need to cut my shit.
Yeah, you talking about that earlier.
Mm-hmm. I ain't feel like it. I just tap myself up, clean myself up a bit. But yeah, I think the way that they're playing currently, like you said, a championship would not be out of the picture. Now, I think I also agree with you in the sense that It could fizzle out. We don't know. We don't know. It all depends on how happy he is at the end of the day. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that'll tough it out unhappy. He seems like I'll quit on you.
Yeah, nigga, you say something, you disagree with me, or we have one type of, we see things different way. Depending on how we discuss that, you may never talk to me again.
Right.
You seem like one of them type people,
Shit, the game before though, he had 27 points, 8 rebounds, 12 assists.
Hey, it's gonna look great on paper, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna look nice. You gotta let some of the dust up, let a couple, you know what I'm saying, let a couple of dust up. I would say a losing streak will kind of show you what's going on. If they lose like 4 or 5 games in a row,
right.
That'd be a good judgment of.
Then we see
this,
the real you.
Yeah, is this cohesive or not? Are y'all gonna battle through it, or you just gonna start seeing the bitch quiet as hell? Not really giving full effort, not playing defense no more and shit. All that shit he was doing.
Right. Now that's accurate.
Yeah. How long can Harden keep this up? That's my thing. How long can Harden keep this up?
I mean, I feel like.
And you mentioned them taking it all, potentially. But we know what Harden does in the playoffs. He wets the bed every single time.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it comes down to. I was just about to say, you just stopped me from what I was about to say. But I was about to say, as long as he keep putting up those numbers, somebody's always going to want them.
Man.
But that playoff situation is a factor.
Him and Paul George in the playoffs, man. They just playoff time, so they get scared.
I'll give playoff P a break. I'll give him.
Why? Because of last year.
Yeah, I'll give him a break. And he's dealt with a very major injury, and he came back. And that may not, I'm just saying he's had some pretty big shit he had to get over, and he seems to still be pretty positive about it. James seems like the person who hasn't nothing really bad. He's had injuries, don't get me wrong, but like nothing really. I don't know. He just seems like he's floating on by sometimes. It's like when he do on defense with the Nets. And he was just letting stuff happen. I'm like, you just don't give a damn. Like, where is it somewhat of an effort? At least sprint towards the ball or something. You just walk and let dude get it, pick it up, you dunk.
No sense of urgency.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
leave Paul George alone. All right, he's been through enough. Damn it.
I don't know.
Paul George is a buster. I don't like Paul George. Cliff, you brought this up, I believe, last year, of course, but
he's a buster.
This man, just off the strength of when Paul George was dating Doc Rivers' daughter, and I think Paul George was trying to talk stuff to Seth Curry or something in the game. Remember Cliff or something in the game, and Seth Curry called him a bitch ass or something like that or whatever. It's when Seth Curry got with Doc Rivers' daughter that Paul George used to date. Remember they got a little verbal?
I do remember. I remember something like. I mean, but shit.
I just feel like Paul George is a weak ass dude.
I'm not about to say nothing crazy, but I'm not about to say nothing.
He ain't been shit since the Pacers for real. That's all I'm saying.
You right about that. Now that I will agree with you on.
He was alright. He was alright.
He was okay. But he almost was like OKC was almost like
a joke that year. It had Melo.
OKC was almost like Melo halfway through New York days.
Right.
Where you saw him lose that step and you were like, oh, okay. This is what you're about to, not saying you're going to be a bad player, but this is what you're about to turn into. And you saw the same thing happen to Paul George in OKC.
Mm-hmm.
And then it carried over into LA. And the only thing that he's done since then was last year's playoff without Kawhi. He was trying to put it on his back.
Mm-hmm.
I got respect for him watching it. But it still wasn't like anything that I was like, yeah, they
That's all. That's all
made
I'm
a
trying to say.
good decision picking you up.
That's all I'm trying to mean. You pretty much summed it up. That's all I'm trying to say. At least, damn it, try. You know what I'm saying?
Now he will. Now he will. Now for that you
And
can't.
we were talking
He ain't
about him
trying the bubble.
to James Harden because James Harden will just give up. He'll just give up. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? And
I'm
that's just
following now.
I don't you get paid enough. People won't bring they say don't bring up the money, but to me, you gotta bring it up, bro. Look, you're getting paid a fair amount of money for you to at least try.
Right.
At least look like it. There's people out there in the stands, people paying you money, people buying your jersey. I don't know who's buying these shoes, but somebody, right?
Stupid as
I'm not, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, there's
Right.
people supporting you. They want to see you. I'm not. James Harden's like, I think he's like the most popular player in like China or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say something like that, but you get what I'm trying to say. They can try.
I get it. I get it. I agree. I agree with that whole sentiment right there. What I will say, and we'll move on it very quickly because there was no point in me even writing stats down because we already know them. Lakers are 3-10 in their past 13 games.
Yep.
The amazing thing to me is the fact that they're still sitting at 9th in the West. Like, they will not change positions.
Because there's some really terrible teams in the West. Like the bottom part,
Right.
pretty bad. But I want to bring up somebody, Anthony Davis, because I watched it. I was watching that game when he got injured. And unless I need to review the tape, you feel free to do so. When he fell, there wasn't when he landed and rolled his ankle.
Right. When he did that turnaround in the air.
Nobody around you.
Well, no, it was a foot back there. It just wasn't. It didn't seem like you.
It didn't look like it looked like he fell, and he just landed at a bad angle. Right. I'm calling nigga clumsy. That's what I'm trying to say.
He
Right.
is.
This
You do
nigga
that?
clumsy. Like nigga, like for you to get that injured on some shit where you just getting a rebound, and yeah, you might have. I'm just saying this shit happens too much for me not to be able to like, man, you clumsy, my nigga.
Nah, Malk said when I texted him the video, Malk said, "What the fuck? What was that twirl about?" And that's what I was trying to figure out too. Like, he caught the rebound and jumped, like, and tried to spin, like tried to. I don't know what I don't know what he was doing in the first place.
It's like he was practicing whatever dance moves that him and his daughter do, and he forgot that he was in a game.
Stop playing, man.
Like he was playing like Frozen or whatever, one of them songs or something.
He promised his daughter that move before the game.
Right. He said, "I'm gonna hit him with
a rebound or something."
The spinning Statue of Liberty, baby. I promise you, I'm gonna hit him with that layup.
Yeah, they was out there booming them boys. It's tough to play in LA, but it's tough when you have one of the best players that ever played the game.
Right.
And the part y'all put on the court is, I think, and to be honest with you, Kobe went through the same thing a little bit in his later years.
Mm-hmm.
Older guy, team wasn't that good.
Trash.
All that stuff. So, it happens to people, but I mean, LeBron is talking about he gonna play till his son get in the league. It's gonna be a rough road, buddy.
You know what though? Yeah. You know what's funny about that, right? Is he said that, and everybody's been asking the question: is LeBron gonna stay in LA?
He got answered, by the way, but go ahead.
And I pray he does.
I got the NBA.com quote on it.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say real quick on February 26th, NBA.com posted LeBron says he's committed to staying in LA. The 18-time All-Star went into detail about some of his recent comments during All-Star weekend.
And I was that's what I was referencing when I was about to say is it's funny that you say that you want to remain in LA, but you also want to play with your son. Because I doubt you can do both.
Shit, I think.
Why can't you?
I think the bigger question is,
unless you're trading for him or something.
If we're playing this bad, maybe LeBron's telling him to play like shit so they can get his son in a couple. There might be a method to the madness. That's what I'm saying.
Well, why would you start this early?
His son comes out in potentially what, 2 years?
3.
3? It's 3, not 2. Okay.
He's a junior now. He's a junior now. So the third year would be the year that they would play together. He's a junior now. So senior year, he'd play. So next year, the year after that, he'd be in college or G League or whatever he chooses to do. And then the year after that would be the option for them to play together. So why would you start now if you trying to tank for Bronny?
I feel like as far as for Bronny and concern for him, your dad's basically saying when my son gets to the NBA. It's not if. He's saying when. That's a lot of pressure. Because Bronny's good. But is the NBA good? We're gonna find out. Or you think it's just gonna be nepotism? He's just gonna get him in the league no matter what.
First of all, it's not gonna. No, that's not the case, and I hate hearing it too. Everybody's trying to play Bronny like
I'm not playing them.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are.
To make the NBA, that's rough.
And I probably should have, reiterated before I started the comment. But all you see is videos online and people talking about is Bronny NBA ready. First of all, he's a junior. He's a junior in high school. Now, we know what LeBron looked like as a junior. But the issue is they're not the same player. Bronny is still what am I looking for? Well, right now we know he's ranked 34 in the country. And he's even higher at his position, which isn't bad, but being LeBron's son, you would expect him to be better. But the only reason he's not is because, like I said, he plays a different position. He has a different play style. The issue with said play style is he hasn't quite learned the time to take over. Now, if you look at his most recent highlights when he's played, I can't remember the team that they played, but it was a couple teams that they played to get to this championship, and he was what kept them in the game. Like in the bottom last 2 minutes of the game, he dropped like 8 points trying to keep them alive. He is good enough. He's just young. He's not ready to be talked about in the NBA yet.
That's basically what I'm trying to say. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. Like, people are just saying when he gets to the NBA. Now, you're saying he's the NBA talent. That's an opinion, whatever. Well, but what I'm trying to say is that from a pressure standpoint, niggas have already you drafted, but you're still a junior in high school, and it's not like you're the number one prospect in the country. You're not the number one player. So that's what I was saying. On one hand, I know LeBron wants to play with his son, but I think it's a little unfair. The pressure to be like, okay, so when you get to the league, when you break 57, you know what I'm saying? It's all we're gonna be right there to get you.
I don't think it's unfair at all.
Like hoop dreams, nigga.
I don't think it's unfair at all. I think it's a situation where he's expressed to his father that that's what he wants. And I think that the LeBron James is the type of dude, especially when it comes to a child of his, where that's all you need to tell me. If that's what you want, then it's already done. We're talking like in those years when you get here. That's on you now. You know whose son you are. And I feel like he has been living up to the James name. No, he's not LeBron James, but as far as living up to it, he has a different kind of game, man. But it's not Bryce bad.
I want to throw that in. Bryce is nice.
Bryce is nice.
Bryce is pretty nice. I don't know what his full potential is.
They've been trying to say he's gonna be the best James brother. I don't know.
Fundamentals though, like just from whatever Brady's in, his fundamentals, his footwork.
He's nice. He is nice. I don't know about the.
Ain't he kind of chubby?
No, he's not. He's not
growing into his body.
He's still young though. He's a freshman, isn't he?
He's going through puberty, so he's gonna have
Right.
You might gain a little weight before you grow.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got fat before I got taller, but I
Is he a
stayed fat.
freshman? Or
I
is
think
he in no, he's still in middle school.
They both go to Sierra
He's
Canyon.
still in middle school because I remember seeing a highlight video where they had him playing with the 16-year-old league or whatever, and they were talking about how he was doing good against them. He is good. Both of them got a nice shot, is what people have to understand.
They've had great trainers their whole life. You got a dad.
But what I'm getting at is LeBron has never started out with a nice shot. Both of these boys would rather shoot than go for the dunk. Well, I don't know about Bronny yet because he ain't quite big enough to dunk yet.
It's a different league though now, as far as shooting is concerned. Like when LeBron was their age, it was more of a dunk, crossover, get to the rim. You know, nowadays Steph Curry, everybody's trying to bust from far. Trae Young, I'm going to the game tomorrow. I'm going to the Bulls.
If you can't hit from the logo, then you can't shoot.
Right.
That's how they looking at it. Don't matter how big you are, you a center, you claim to be a shooter, hit from the logo.
That's what these kids are trying. The kids, 9, 10, 11, stand at the half court line at their neighborhood court.
Man.
Doing reps.
I'm not saying that's a bad idea though, right? Because if you can get used to naturally hitting from the logo, then as you move in, those shots become easier.
Shout out Gilbert Arenas, man. He started that shit as far as I'm concerned.
Right, I agree. I do agree with that. You seen Richard Jefferson dogging him online?
Oh, I seen the thumbnail. I didn't watch it. Richard Jefferson is one of them people where you kind of got. I don't know how real was it. Real was it a real thing?
It was basically. I guess Gilbert was talking shit about him playing in the league, like basically saying he wasn't living up he wasn't good enough is what he claimed to be or something. And Richard Jefferson made a couple videos actually on why Gilbert Arenas dropped to second round in the draft and why he didn't end up being as great as he could have been. I think he's right in everything he's saying. Yeah, I love Gilbert Arenas, but I do think that Richard is right. I think there's a lot of self-sabotage in his career.
And I don't think I've ever heard Richard Jefferson call himself great.
And that was what he was saying. Like he was like,
I don't think I've ever heard that. Like he's sarcastic.
I like him. I like Richard Jefferson.
It's hard to gauge on whether he's joking or not.
Richard Jefferson, Cliff?
I imagine he's been in a lot of fights.
I like him too.
Nigga, are you serious about what you said? If you want to do something about it.
He seems like
Richard. I mean, he seems like he would be easy. He seems like a good teammate.
Right.
Period. Right. He seems like a good teammate. And then he talks well. You know what I mean? Like he can definitely articulate what he needs you to do.
Yeah.
The question is, are you gonna do it? Because there's no reason that you didn't understand what he was saying to you.
And we definitely heard Gilbert both about himself. He loves himself, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, I don't know. I ain't watched the video, so you know more about it than I do.
It wasn't anything like he was like going hard. He was basically saying, if you keep poking at me, I'll really tell some shit.
That sounds like a soap opera, man. What's going on with these soap opera fools these days?
I don't like how grown men threaten people like that. I'm gonna really tell all about you. Don't do that shit.
I'm not a D'Angelo Russell or Tekashi 6ix9ine.
What?
I'll say this.
You grew out of that?
I grew out of it. We don't drop important information on air, but there's a certain somebody clip that I talked to you about offline earlier who just pulled today, which y'all just said about, yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and air out. I'm a grown ass man. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, come on now.
Call me on the phone.
Right.
I'll have more respect for you if you call me on the phone and tell me what you got to say.
Right.
All right, you call me about that. Let them say what they want. But if you just go out there on some old whole ass,
right.
We all know what we're talking about. We don't got to poke the bear. But that's the times we live in. Right. You know, I think Kwame Brown started it for as far as basketball is concerned.
He did, didn't he?
I can tell. Started what? What exactly?
I'm trying to tell the truth about all these things. That's what I'm finna tell you.
Well. And you know, I was hard on Kwame Brown when he first started that. But what I will say is what I think happened was he was trying to defend himself in a situation, and it spun out of control to where he was like, oh, you like hearing about that? Well, let me start telling you about this. And Dwayne Wade's son. And
story all day, nigga.
That's where I think he just started flipping off the wire. But nah, I definitely understand the comparison.
I hope he's getting money off that. That's all I really hope. I hope you're getting some money and some notoriety. And you're doing something for your community. Because that's what, man, I don't, you know. Because at the end of the day, none of these boys finna pull up on each other and do nothing crazy. So.
Right.
Have a conversation in public if you want to. Let us all listen to it and go home and kiss your kids, man.
Right. Oh, shit. At the end of the day, nah, I agree. I agree with all that. But I want to bring up something, especially with my Cavs.
Rondo's out.
Oh, shit.
Fuck you mean Rondo's out? Rondo's out. Darius Garland's out. Karis LeVert's out.
Yeah.
Y'all still playing good basketball.
I'm glad you brought that up because
I seen Kevin Love out there bombing a little bit when y'all was playing the Timberwolves.
Right. You know who really been showing up is Lauri Markkanen.
Oh yeah, Lauri.
Yeah, man. He was 6 for 9 in the game against the Wizards.
Well,
he the reason we won that bitch.
Mobley's still out there.
Mobley, I'm glad you brought him up.
Yeah, going to your point, but the Cavs is definitely injury prone. NBA.com was talking about that recently.
I agree with that somewhat. I agree with that for the most part. Mobley, though, he has feet for hands.
Oh, that's a bad thing, I would imagine.
He has feet. Right. He has feet for hands. He can't hold on to the ball to save his life.
Turnover prone.
Like, I just don't get. He has lost the ball going up for a dunk. Like jumping up and like going up for the dunk and the ball goes straight up in the air. And I just think to myself, like, he has a nice touch, but he has toes for fingers.
He needs glue hands on Hall of Fame.
That's exactly what it is at the end of the day. I don't know what the fuck is going on with his hands.
I've never watched the whole Cavaliers game. Only I can speak on is the highlights. And that's the bad thing about watching highlights is that you don't
shows you all the good.
You don't see the trash that be out there sometimes. What I saw
the games.
What I saw from because I don't think have the Cavs had a national game this year. Probably not. But what I'm gonna say is, I'm just saying.
I think we might have had one.
Niggas didn't know the Cavs were gonna be this good until the Cavs were this good.
Right.
Niggas didn't. You saw it coming apparently.
Cliff knew.
He saw it coming. But I didn't.
I didn't tell. Stop.
You did tell us. I'm just saying you're the only person. Yeah, you're the only person that knew. We all
said that like a woman.
All right, well,
Cliff knew.
Hey, we love everybody. Women, look.
I'm just saying.
All I'm trying to say is that from the highlights, I saw potential in them, but I didn't watch the whole game. So you're telling me that, going to the basket, if I hit him with the no-look pass, it's a turnover off rip because he's not going to be ready for it, and even if he was, he's not going to catch it.
He'll catch it with his body.
Right, he don't have no.
Catch it with his head and then bring it up and dunk.
Hit him in the chest. Oh, shit.
Now he'll catch oops, but even some oops like you can like that have bounced off his. It's like he tries to play with his fingertips or something.
Hmm.
Like he
That's
won't palm. Like I don't know.
Maybe his hands are too big.
Just a little hand-eye coordination. You need to get that right. That's all it is. A little hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, that's the issue to me because I watch and I'm like, God damn, like you lose the ball so much, and not off the dribble or anything, but just trying to gather or go up or catch a oop or it's just like, what are your hands doing?
You seen his little brother play
His
for
big
USC?
brother.
That's his big brother?
Yeah.
Oh, for USC. I've actually watched him play a whole game. He seems kind of all right. I thought it was his little brother.
He's smoother. Nah, he's the younger one. Evan's the younger one. He has a smoother game. Remember we talked about it. I said they did a 3-point contest, and I think Evan won it, but he looked the more comfortable. Like he looked like big brother, little brother shit. So I do think he's gonna be a good player. I just think he needs to develop more. I think Evan's best trait is his defense. I think he's good enough to do everything, but it's going to take a lot more time in the gym to get down at it.
Listen, Evan Mobley, #1 right now, currently Rookie of the Year as of February 28th per NBA.com.
Yep.
So
you got him now for Rookie of the Year?
They got him #1 for as of currently in the lead for Rookie of the Year as of February 28th.
I don't know how much I agree with that.
They got I can go down the list the top, whatever.
But I also understand that it's
where's
like
Cade? Is Cade in the top 5?
I can tell you, yeah, no.
They
got Cade at 2 now.
Let me see.
Last I checked, it was Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes.
No, I'm sorry. You're right, Cliff. It's Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes,
Josh Giddey.
No. Not on NBA.com, at least. Come on, this is lagging. Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, Cade Cunningham, Franz Wagner. #5 is Josh Giddey.
Franz motherfucking Wagner.
So Kia has it different.
Franz Wagner.
Mm-hmm.
Has he been balling like that?
Yeah.
Let me see his stats.
Yes, he has. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was what? He was 13 point something shots. No, I'm thinking of Cade's stats. His might be 13 or 14 on the points. I think it's like 5 or 6 on the rebounds and 4 assists. Cade's like 16, 6, and 6.
That shit is going so
the thing about Cade is what does Franz play for?
Franz plays for Orlando.
They both play for terrible team. Okay.
Franz is averaging 15.5 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, 3 assists.
Okay. So that wasn't okay. So I might have been thinking of somebody else, or I might have been looking at stats prior. But yeah, no. I don't know about that. I don't know about. You said they have him at 3.
Who's that? Cade?
Franz
is at the 4.
4. You said. I don't know about
Cade's
that.
Cade's at 3. Josh Giddey at 5. #6 is Ayo Dosunamu for the Bulls.
You talking about
he hot.
Yeah, I liked him. Cliff, I told you about him at Illinois.
Yeah, he hot.
Nice. Herbert Jones, I never heard of him.
Josh Giddey has been averaging, he was averaging a triple-double out of the All-Star break.
That's not going to change what you did the whole year, I think.
You said what?
It's not going to change what you did for the whole year. So
Right.
You had a good span of games, and the first 20 games you only scored 3 points a game. That matters.
That wasn't the case either, but
yeah, I don't know what stats. Obviously.
All I'm getting at is when you got like somebody like Cade Cunningham putting up 16, 6, and 6. And then you got Evan Mobley putting up 14, what was it? I think he's
So
14, 8, and 4, or something like that, or 3.
And they're double.
um, this
Now,
shit loading.
when you factor in, but I see Cade being just as high. When I was about to say, when you factor in what it means for you on the team, I can see why you edge Evan out high. But Cade has to be just as high. That man's running point guard at times for the Detroit.
Um, Evan Mobley has had 14.8 points per game, and you said Cade Cunningham.
That's 16.
16, 6, and 6 is what I think it is.
So Cade has had 16 points per game.
And then how many rebounds and assists?
5.5 rebounds, 5.1 assists.
Oh, okay. So he's 16, 5, and 5.
Scotty Barnes got some stats though too. 14.8 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game.
Mm-hmm.
I like Scotty Barnes.
He shit the bed at the All-Star game, boy. I tell you that
He
much.
sure did.
But
He sure did.
what I will say about Cleveland is they've had some games with some very clear blown calls.
Oh.
No, like to the point that the refs have come out the day after and said we've blown these calls. And I was wondering because they've been happening more and more frequently. And the reason why I have been wondering is because Cleveland had, I think, the third hardest schedule the start of this season. And in the second half of the season, they have the second easiest. So it makes me feel like refs are reffing to the schedule.
But you talking about favoring the better team?
Favoring not even the better team, but favoring the team that has the easier path. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Kinda. I'm trying to follow you.
Like you said last episode, no one expected the Cavs or the Bulls to be in the positions that they're in currently.
I'm gonna go ahead and put a disclaimer out there. I don't remember shit.
I bet. I bet.
Oh, we know you don't.
You were
Aaron.
saying
You know.
some shit, but you were also saying some shit.
I was holding on for dear life. What I say again?
But you were basically saying Chicago and Cleveland, they weren't in this position last year.
Right, yeah.
So nobody expected them to currently be in the positions that they're in right now at 2 and what was 4 at the time when you were saying it. But now Cleveland is at 5, I believe.
Yeah, DeMar is borderline MVP right now, nigga. Borderline.
He trying.
I'm not saying but he gonna be at
he
the
dropped 18 that last game though. He was struggling a little bit.
And the funny part about that is we were playing the Heat, who was battling us for the top spot in the East, and they beat Charlotte.
Listen,
boy, ain't no other point. You get ass with them, you get ass with them.
I wouldn't say beat the shit out of. It was just it looked like a bad game on a lot of people's behalf. But what was his name? Dumu or whatever.
The sumo.
Ayo Dumu, whatever his name is.
Ayo Dosnamu or something.
Whatever. Listen, he dropped 18 that game. He was doing his thing. And he didn't have that many minutes.
You can tell the teams that know how to draft. They know how to pick people up. They know how to get the right people in. The Bulls haven't been the same since the 90s. I'm not going to sit here and say that. But over the years, we've had some squads here and there. It ain't been no 20-year drought of we're terrible, right?
We had Kirk and all that with Kirk.
Yeah, we had the Eddie Curry days and the Ben Gordon days. But when Derrick Rose came, that was a bright spot.
Right.
Then they got dark outside again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they had to wait. And now we're on the uptick. And hopefully they can stay together and stay cohesive.
Right.
The money still starts flowing because we got money. The money's there. That ain't the problem. You know what I'm saying? So
y'all do.
Look, we paying. Everybody's getting paid what they want to get paid right now, except for the rookies. And
what y'all gonna do with Kobe White since y'all got
Handelman?
No,
Handelman?
a suit, whatever his name is.
What are you talking about? The sumo?
Ayo. All right, whatever his name. Ayo. Or
you know how the NBA goes. Look, Kobe, if you can go somewhere and get some more money, probably go ahead and do that.
Right. Because, listen, it looked like he dropped down to the very clear third spot quickly.
Exactly. If somebody tells you $7 million, I think you should listen.
Hold up. I'm sorry. I got to piss right fast. Mark, hop on. Tag in, you motherfucker. You, I got to piss.
Nigga, Malcolm got that picture where he look like he sell terrible insurance. What time was that court case again?
Oh shit! Like he a real estate agent for public housing. I'm about to piss on myself.
How many kids you got? Yeah, that's about enough.
All right, does your baby dad come around? If
he can't come around.
It might be a problem. This is a problem. You can't get this. Oh shit! That nigga look like he hand out newspapers at traffic lights, but they in color.
You get a bag of fruit, bag of fruit. We'll see.
Oh shit!
Fresh fruit, grapes.
I'm about to piss on myself.
Oh hell! What I missed?
God damn! Oh shit! Yeah, y'all gotta talk. We was roasting your picture.
Oh, y'all was talking shit.
Man, it's all good, man. We ain't saying nothing off color. Just out here trying to help the community, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, little black excellence. That's all it is. Aaron, little black excellence.
What's up?
But man, now the Bulls. Man, I was part this year though. DeMar DeRozan. I like him. I like him in Chicago. I didn't know how he was gonna be when he came to Chicago. I thought like he's gonna really fit. Man, y'all's what is it? Caruso, Aaron, Ball, DeRozan, maybe even Smart. Man, y'all got to
Zach LaVine, my nigga.
Oh right, duh. How can I fucking? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
no, they the Bulls did a good job, and then Billy Donovan too. The Bulls, not Billy,
right?
But the Bulls did a good job of let's find people who can work with each other, and however they did it, I'm not sure it worked. You got three guys. You got three top level guys who some people would try to call alphas.
Right.
Kind of don't seem like that, but they found Lonzo's a quiet one.
DeMar is too.
DeMar's the star, but
he is quiet.
He doesn't have a problem being so-called number two.
Right.
I'm not gonna call him number two, but
right
now DeMar has the keys to the car. You riding shotgun. So
Batman Robin.
Exactly. So they have a good structure to where as teammates, they all kind of have the same vision. I think like their practices go well. I think they go to team dinners and shit.
Right. Hangouts.
You know what I'm saying?
Bulls like Caruso and Ball and LaVine.
You got good team chemistry.
Oh, I forgot about Alex.
Yeah, bro. Caruso's good doing this thing too.
Yeah, he injured right now.
Is he?
Shit. Everybody injured. Man. I don't understand that. I don't understand how. I mean, no, I don't understand it.
Right. Is it load management?
I mean, I get 82 games is way different than 16, 17. But.
Well, are we talking about football now?
Right.
Well, football, you got to have 17 might be too much.
Well, I will say this.
I
will
know
say
that's
this.
what they're playing now, but when did that start happening? 2 years ago?
No, this year. This was the
This
first
year?
year. This past year was the first year they did 17.
I mean, you got the game differences, Cliff, with the 82 versus 17, but you also got the fact that in NBA you might play back to back nights,
Right.
like 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? NFL, you finna get at least what? If you play on a Thursday and say you play on a Sunday, you're gonna get at least a couple days. Worst case scenario, you
But
know.
you gotta understand in football, the only thing I'll give football is you have top level athletes. And in general, not to say anything bad about football players, they tend to have like a little more screws loose. Right?
They do. You got to.
I know what you mean.
A little more off. It's not that they're not smart and intelligent.
I know what you mean.
But you are going 22, 23 miles per hour with your body,
Your
straight
head.
to another person's body. Somebody's about to get hurt.
But they don't get hurt as much, is what I'm getting at.
What in football?
Yeah.
Well, they hide injuries in football. You can hide injury in football. You don't need your hands on defense all the time. As long as you can tackle somebody, as long as you put your arms around them, you're good.
Depending on your position.
If you're a defensive lineman, you can hide all types of injuries. Justin Tuck got 7 fingers. No, not to say nothing bad about him, but he out there with a glove on. And he's still a factor. He's a factor because he can get to we're not going to sit here and talk football shit, but what I'm trying to say is in football, it's a position game. So if you do your position well, right, you're good. So if you're a defensive lineman, when and where do you need your hands?
I mean, you need your hands. You just may not.
But if you play basketball, ain't no shout out to the kid that's playing with one arm. Shout out him. I forget his name.
Hansel Emmanuel.
Yeah, shout him out. That's pretty crazy. But you need your hands in basketball.
When I told you he gonna be the first one arm nigga in the league too. And you ain't want to believe me back then. You was talking shit. How you could go right is all you kept saying.
I stand on my shit. I'm not gonna be the nigga in the league that you do that shit on. You do it to everybody else, but not me.
Listen, but you can't foul him too hard. He can't catch himself like everybody else can.
That's fucked up what you just said. So now
I'm just being honest.
All right. Well,
you got one arm to catch yourself.
How much you getting paid? You getting pushed down.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I'm just saying that you can't. I wouldn't go hella hard like I wouldn't hit him like I would hit you out there.
Yes, you would. Especially if he crossed you up one hand.
Probably.
Now you may.
I probably would.
Did he just in and out with one hand?
He just in and out. You are stupid. I can't. But nah, you are right. If he did do me dirty, I probably would be like, okay, all right.
So well, I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. I'm gonna stop. And we'll continue on.
Listen, but he gonna make it regardless, in and out, one-handed or not. He gonna make it. I'm telling you. But what else did I have?
I was gonna say I see Derrick Rose apparently is out again. It says February 25th. Knicks Derrick Rose has another procedure on ankle. Knicks guard has
been out for like 2 months, probably.
This makes it seem like he was
for a little bit.
Has he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just the surgery that he had initially didn't go well, so he's going back for another surgery. That's pretty much what that's about.
He may need to just hang it up at this point, though.
Shout out Derrick Rose, man.
That's my nigga.
You doing it. You know what I'm saying? People doubt you all the time. You're still out here trying, man.
But man, shout out to that boy Markelle Fultz for the Magic. I seen that he
him too, man. Niggas
returned
all types of jokes about your ass.
They did,
and
right?
That looks a little smoother. A little smoother.
You hit the gym.
It does.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna stunt. But everybody was all hype on him. I mean, I'm not I'm glad he's back. I feel like the same way Aaron feels about Harden. Let's not get hype over the one game coming back.
Right.
Let's wait and see what he does over time. Because
Right.
that was the issue before injury.
Yeah.
Is inconsistency.
Did y'all know that Damian Lillard is currently out?
I haven't seen any play.
I
haven't
did know
seen
that.
any Blazers games this year.
So this is February 27th. You haven't seen none of his
on national TV.
This is February 27th. This is the injured star guard will begin the reconditioning phase of his rehab protocol and will be reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks. He's out right now. He had abdominal surgery.
That's tough.
This is really hard for shooting. Trying to shoot all the time.
Everything, your core, nigga, dunking, everything is gonna be tough. That's tough. I was sick.
And then they announced that
you gotta sit that one.
Yeah, you got to. And then they announced
that back.
No, because you fuck around and make that shit worse.
Yeah,
but
that'd end some shit.
Yeah, and then they announced that the 2022 NBA Finals Game 1 will take place officially on June the 2nd of 2022.
That's late, ain't it?
Whatever.
June.
June is usually. I feel like June is usually time basketball.
I mean, no, it's not bad at all. But I feel like it's late for the simple fact that the first game of the finals will start June, which means the finals will end will last at least a month and some change.
So July. Yeah, that's about right.
Last a month and change.
You said what?
The final. What starts June 2nd?
The finals. 2022 NBA Finals.
Last a month. How was 7 games in the last month and a half?
7 games, 4 rounds, G.
But the games are every like 3 or 4 days usually.
No.
4 days, right?
What I'm asking is, so when does the finals start?
June 2nd.
Right.
June 2nd, the finals.
The finals.
Oh, that's the finals.
Championship game.
That's where. Okay.
Am I fucking up?
I'm off. Right.
That's what I said. Yeah, the 2022 NBA Finals. Yeah, NBA. I'm gonna get to that too. But
that's
the finals. Yeah, the finals is June 2nd. But so that sounds about right.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Now, to your point, Cliff, the actual the playoff schedule, yes. The play-in tournament will be played April the 12th through the 15th. And the 2022 playoffs will begin on April the 1st.
May the 1st.
This motherfucker says April. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but it has to
be April 15th for the play-ins, and then
I didn't say
play-in tournament 2 weeks before the actual start of the playoff.
I'm about to pull up the document again. I emailed it to myself.
It's gonna be a week. The play-in's gonna be a week itself.
But if it ends on the 15th, you got 15 more days. It's April.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull the document.
Yeah, I don't know where they got. That's I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, what you got 3 rounds before the finals. You got the quarterfinals. Wait a minute.
So
you got
semifinals.
Okay, I'm on NBA.com again. Check my sources again. Okay, so it says this is what it says. It says that April 12th through the 15th is the play-in tournament. And my snippet must have cut off after the 1, so I apologize. I stand correct. April the 16th, the NBA playoffs will begin.
Okay.
So yeah, play-in tournament 12th to the 15th.
That makes more sense.
No motherfucking 2-week break. What kind of shit is that?
That makes more sense.
Right.
But you don't need one for the play-in. The play-in.
We need to let Anthony Davis heal up about 2 weeks.
Oh shit. Oh shit, man.
Listen, they wish.
That dude. So then also the NBA draft lottery will be May 17th. And then I'm just kind of looking here. The
May 17th.
NBA draft will be June the 23rd. And the NBA Summer League will be July the 7th through the 17th.
When does the tournament start? The
For the
tournament should be
playoffs, right?
starting
Oh, the
coming up.
tournament. Wait for
College.
the March Madness. Let me look that up.
Hey, just to bring up college, I happened to be at the crib Saturday, just chilling. Like I was waiting on some shit to happen
What
later
you
on.
watch the
I watched most of the games
I
that
didn't
came
watch
on
most
that
of it.
day. I watched Auburn lose. That dude Jabbar Smith is nice, but I watched Auburn lose. I watched damn, what's the other team?
I know I can't remember who the fuck I watched.
I watched a lot of teams, top five teams get. I think all the top five teams lost. I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah.
But I watched those games, and even though I like Jabari Smith as a top 10 pick, that's my top 10 pick. I don't know if it's gonna be number one, depending on what you need, but Jabari Smith is nice. Other than that, I was watching. I had a hard time picking up the talent because everybody looked pretty good.
Like I was telling you, or what? No, you might not have been on. Like I was telling Malcolm, we don't know what the next year's talent, the picks are going to be until the tournament.
Right.
The tournament is what tells the NBA drafter, the department that looks at it, who and where is going to go in.
That's what they used before the combine. That's why it was so important in the 70s,
Right.
because they used to use that as okay, so who won the national championship? We gotta draft somebody off that team, off rip. Probably number one. Right. That's how they used
Not
to look at
always
it.
right, though.
No, you've seen it not be right all the time.
I cut my
So,
leg going to the bathroom.
damn, Cliff.
Band-Aid on or something.
No, it ain't like dripping. It's just
Is this a 14-inch gash on my leg?
Right, no,
nah.
Cliff.
I'll be all right.
I
I throw
ran
some,
Uh,
into I
some
ran
Gatorade.
into the air conditioners on the floor, and I walked past it and it cut my leg.
Yeah,
damn,
put some tape on it.
right.
Put some duct
So you
tape
ain't
on the
got no
phone.
regular,
It's just a deep scratch. It ain't no cut.
Yeah, I'm saying put some
Skin
duct
ain't
tape on
split or
the
nothing.
You need to put some duct tape on the air conditioner.
Oh right,
Oh,
right.
When
Nah,
you
cause
cut
then I'm gonna have to take it off before I put it on. I'm just a little buzzed. I guess I walked too close to the wall. It's all right.
right,
you
could be
got bloody
worse.
ass socks on right now.
I told you it ain't drip. It's just
Yeah.
coagulating over the cut.
Oh
Oh,
man.
all right.
To answer your question though, the 2022 men's basketball tournament for college basketball starts Sunday, March the 13th.
So like a week and a half.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up just to be exact. So it'll start
Monday?
not this Sunday, but the next Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I would say, do we want to do a bracket? I haven't really been watching enough to really feel confident, but I'll
I
do
think we
it.
talked offline
I
about
think you can't do brackets until they do the actual
Till it's the what Sweet
Sunday.
16
So
or whatever.
you can't do a bracket until after this coming up Sunday because it's gonna be selection Sunday.
All right.
right. But
And
Clifton and I talked about offline since it's so many teams that we'd have to cover in games that what we wouldn't look at like.
I thought you were talking about just fill out a
No, we
bracket.
wouldn't. No, I'm saying for us, just fill out a bracket.
Oh,
We don't have to
I'd
cover
like to do one.
every.
See who get the most shit right.
I'd like to do one just for fun. Yeah. Yeah.
See who get the most games right. You
Yeah.
want to put some money on it?
That too. I don't listen.
Let me know
We'll
something.
see the way
Little
my
friendly.
check-ins.
Right. I'm about to
and my-
say I
I'm
can
not
I
talking
do
about $1,000.
a
no,
little
I'm always up for
five
What
or
little.
about a
team.
light 50? A light 50.
A light 50.
Light 50. Just a
And
light
how
50.
much that 50's weighing
I
that day.
might be up
Cliff.
for that. Let me see what my check.
Cliff, you hear me? Look,
My
Cliff, you look, you hear me?
Y'all got
It
time
might.
to deliberate. Hit me on the text channel or the
Yeah,
text on the
in
text
the group
channel
chat.
before selection Sunday.
Okay,
You can't pick it after that, but
Right.
light 50.
I'm with it.
Winner get a $1.50.
We'll see how much that 50's weighing. Like when that check hit, like Cliff said. But I'm down though. So far.
Yeah, no, I can't say I'm not down. What was
We was talking about
I got those pick'ems. We gonna wrap it up with the
oh
pick'ems and then
right the
hit the
Pickens.
showers. I guess we should. Let's do that now. Cause we at 140. Um. Well, right now the Cavs and Hornets and the Pacers and the Magics is going on currently.
Well, wait, real quick, because I
Come
meant
on.
to bring this up. It just dawned on me.
Yeah.
I saw a report that said there was so basically there was a ticket holder. So Jordan came out. When was Jordan's first year in the league, y'all? Was it 84?
80-45.
80-45. So there was a ticket holder at the time that had unused ticket to had an unused ticket to Jordan's debut game, which they missed, and this ticket now is going for I'm sorry, it just got sold for $468,000.
You talking about a ticket stub?
Yeah, the seller
No,
bought
not the stub, the whole ticket.
whole ticket. The seller bought two.
Like he didn't go to the game.
Right.
Yeah, the seller bought 2 tickets for Jordan's debut, but couldn't find anyone to go with him. Oh shit! Right. Well, Lonely got your $468,000.
What else you doing tonight? You ain't doing nothing now.
You hear me?
Some of that 468,000 going to.
Right. But that was the last thing I had, Cliff, before you do the pick.
I heard somebody talking about this on the radio. I listen to sports radio going to work. It's like my decompress.
Right.
They're talking about how they don't sell ticket stubs, don't exist no more. Everything's digital, right? So you don't have that nostalgic piece of a ticket stub or a ticket for that matter, because you go in, you show me your phone, they scan your phone, and you win the game. So
they usually give you a shirt or something.
Nigga, all right, the shirt's cool. I gave my dad one of the shirts. I've been to a couple of Hawks games. I got about 2-3 shirts. And that's fine. But to what you just talking about, some dude went to he had like unused tickets, right? Excuse me. I find it hard.
He had 2 unused tickets.
Yeah, I find it hard for somebody to go in. I got on my phone, look. I got 2 tickets I ain't need.
Right. Yeah, no, you can't. That's
Give me 450 G's right now, and I'll email it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I know NFTs is popular, but that's kind of hard. You got a whole ticket that you could have went to go see MJ's first game.
Right.
So you said it sold for that much, or that's how much they want?
No, he sold it. He said he sold it for that.
Oh well, shit, that's crazy.
400 grand, shit. I'll take that for a lonely night.
A lonely night. That's what it's for.
Yeah, he didn't get to go with nobody. He went by himself.
Oh yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
Like that was a lonely night. I didn't find nobody to come with me for this ticket, and then years
later,
later,
how hard it was when that shit happened. That nigga went back to his apartment. He had to reflect on life.
I'll be the nigga that'll lose it.
Yeah,
something happened to it.
84 is
a long time
years ago, nigga.
Listen,
that was a real lonely night. You remember that?
Somebody had to put this in their safety deposit box.
We got to figure out who the next up and coming whatever's going to be, and buy tickets and not go to their game and see.
Buy one extra and be
right.
I was just trying to tell you,
like,
ain't no
need 3 tickets.
Your phone, your phone. I got a screenshot when I was supposed to go to that game with John Morant. I got
right.
How much is that worth? 2 G's?
So I need you to print my tickets for me. And I need the nigga at the door to rip my shit too.
When's the last time I've been to a basketball game?
It's been a long time.
I never been to an NBA basketball game.
I never been to an NBA game either.
All right, well, nigga, they ain't asking for tickets no more.
I've been to more.
Who your phone out? It's like,
NBA.
When's the last time you been on a
plane?
When's the last time you been on a plane?
It's been a long time for that too. Well, 2014.
What do you niggas be doing up there?
Last time I was on a plane, I was 15 years old.
And I remember why you was on a plane. That's how bad it is. I can tell you why you was on a plane.
Why I was on a plane?
You went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Exactly. What I'm trying to say is, look, you come up with your phone,
Yeah.
you got the app, it beat, you get in the game. There's no ticket, nigga. You don't slide no ticket through no shit. What you do is they take your shit out because they want, the metal detector and all that. They want to make sure you ain't got no shit on you. But than that, ain't no ticket stubs.
Right.
Especially nowadays, ain't no kid shit where you can wait outside the locker room with a program trying to get the signature from a garbage nigga. Like,
and a Pepsi.
Trevor Ariza, sign my shit, nigga. My nigga, man, take a picture. Be like this and pick the real thug, nigga. That nigga. That's what I'm trying to say. That them days is over, bro. The nostalgia.
Right. That's fucked up.
Y'all gotta come down here or something. We can go to a game or something. That's
man.
Yeah.
I know. I need to travel.
To an NBA game before. That was in the mission. I didn't even catch it. See y'all both said it.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I never.
Yeah, I ain't never been in an NBA game. I've been in NFL, not NBA.
We ain't got the hookup like you, Aaron. Shit.
Ain't no teams in Columbus. We gotta go to Cleveland to go see the game, man.
Fuck. Can't go to Cincy. Can't. Right.
You a Cleveland fan, ain't it?
I am.
Tickets, look, you can get good. We're not gonna sit and talk about it, but like, you can get good tickets for $80 for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Right.
The fact that you came up there to come to the game, they might even just cut you loose. Like, look, man, I know your seat right here. Go and take your seat down there. Man.
Right.
Appreciate that $8. We need that. You drinking too? Bet.
Oh, I'm drinking. Fuck.
Move a little bit closer. I went to remember when the All-Star game was in Cleveland in '97?
It was just in 2000.
I know, but I'm saying before
22.
I know. Now it was like 96, 97. I went to it. I didn't go to the game, but I was there.
That's how I was with the Super Bowl.
Yeah, my dad took me to the events. We went to the events and shit. You know what I'm saying? Did we go to? No, we didn't go to the game.
Right.
But I appreciate it though. It was,
Oh yeah, no, I had a blast. I had a blasty blast. I can't stunt. But yeah, I do need to pop my NBA game cherry.
There you go. I knew it was coming.
No homers.
I've been to a Cavaliers game.
Love everybody.
I've been to one when they had the blue jerseys. Remember when they had the blue jerseys?
Yeah.
And there's Zadrunas Ilgauskas, nigga. You know it was Zadrunas.
I remember Big Z.
I went and seen him play. I think Larry Brown.
Larry Holmes.
I said Larry Brown, that's the coach.
Close enough.
But yeah, no. We'll get there. Let's do these pick'ems.
Yeah, what we got?
Are we gonna do the Cavs and the is that game over? The Cavs and the Hornets and the Pacers and the Magics? They was going on when we started this shit. Them is over.
Let me see.
But I know the Cavs will win.
Pacers are up by 1 point with 17 seconds left.
And I knew the Cavs would win.
You knew the Cavs would win. Sixers are up 81-77 against the Knicks. Third quarter, 3 minutes left.
Oh, it's the Knicks.
Jazz are currently beating the Rockets halftime 66.
Well, damn.
Heat is beating the Bucks right now 77-66. Right now it's third quarter, 9 minutes left. Kings are losing 69-75 to the Pelicans. Third quarter, 8 minutes left. Thunder are winning 15-10 right now in the first quarter against the Nuggets. 4 minutes
all
left.
That, man. We should have did it at the beginning of the game.
All we got left now is the Trailblazers and Suns. We know who's winning that.
Man, I'm gonna watch that game because I have not seen the Trailblazers.
Who winning that?
Damian Lillard's out.
I want to see the dumpster fire.
Suns, you going Suns? What's the spread?
Suns. Man, Suns by fucking 30.
No, I want Suns. I just want to see the game. I haven't seen the Trailblazers play.
Well, you ain't gonna see Damian Lillard or CJ McCollum.
We need a spread. I'm gonna do Suns.
I'm gonna watch a dumpster fire burn. It's gonna be Niggas doing Bone Thugs harmonies and shit.
Shit.
I'm going Suns 23.
Yeah, Suns is gonna take
Who
care.
you
Wait
got
a
in
minute,
that?
Cliff. You said the Cavs won.
I'm not saying we know the Cavs going to win.
They lost, my G, to the Hornets 119-98.
Somebody just busted on them. Oh no, my God.
That was
Yeah,
tonight. That was
that's twank. That's
Let me
twank.
s- let me
that was
let
the
me
game
see.
that
Let me
was over.
verify.
That would have to be because we beat
Yeah, it
them
was
last
today.
time.
Yeah, this was tonight, Wednesday, March 2nd. Ooh, y'all got spanked, boy.
It's
Y'all
all
got
right.
injuries. Y'all got injuries.
Go and take your aggression out, Malcolm.
Right. At
Right,
this
it's
point.
all right. We playing. They
Ooh,
playing the second team.
Teddy Rozier had 29.
Terry.
I said Teddy. Terry Rozier had 29 points on y'all.
That makes sense. We don't got no points, no guards.
LaMelo
That
Ball,
means
though, he only
Brandon
had
Goodwin was the only one
LaMelo only had 2 points.
out there.
Mark,
That makes sense.
what's his name? What's his name?
Lloyd Marketing.
He had 12 points. Josh Allen had 18. Hey, Darius Garland
Big
dropped
ass
33.
shotgun, look like Lloyd Marketing.
Hey, Darius Garland had 33.
Oh, Darius Garland played.
He had 30.
That's his first game back. Okay.
Yeah, he played.
I ain't questioning him. He gonna do his.
That's an off-subject question.
What?
Yeah.
Not too off-subject. This is a quick answer would suffice. Do y'all know who Doughboy is? Y'all listen to Doughboy?
I heard of him, but I haven't listened to him. I heard of him though.
Hell.
Okay, we can just stop
He said,
there.
hell no.
Who? Ice Cube? You talking about Ice Cube?
No.
Cliff showing his age.
That's my dad.
Cleveland named Doughboy.
Right. You gotta get those in, Cliff.
Everybody trying to tell me he's the hottest person out of Ohio. I was just asking.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I never heard of him.
All right, well, thank you. I'm done.
But I'm not trying to take no niggas bread. I don't know. I'm not the guy that has.
I don't know this man. I'm just asking because you from Ohio, you know what Doughboy is?
Yeah, I would imagine I would know him if he was the hottest out of Ohio, but God bless Godspeed, my G. Get there. Who's our hit the showers? We wrapping up.
Hit the showers. My hit the showers got to go to the damn Atlanta Hawks.
This nigga gave me yesterday's pick'ems.
Who? Yesterday.
Who else? You?
What you talking about? I'm talking about the Hawks yesterday. Hell yeah.
No, I'm talking about these pick'ems you gave me.
Oh.
That was yesterday's pick'ems.
They weren't today's?
We had the games are today. We wouldn't have been able to get them done by.
Right. No, right. We would have had to start the top of the show with them. Yeah, type shit. Right. But anyways, my hit the showers goes to the Atlanta Hawks, man. They was up by like 20-something points yesterday on Boston and blew the game.
Oh, on Boston. Didn't Jaylen Brown break his ankle?
Jaylen Brown got hurt and everything. They still lost the game. I don't know if he broke it. Yeah, sprained it. He sprained it.
They say he broke it like that shit snapped.
I said, yeah, right.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly. I just
Trae Young slightly rolled his ankle too, but he came back in the second quarter.
Trae Young always slightly doing something.
Man. Yeah, hit the showers, Atlanta. Y'all
I'm gonna give my hit the showers to Russell Westbrook.
Fuck.
And I'm not even gonna give it to him for no performance type shit. It's more so the comments in the interview afterwards where he was like, when they was booing you in the third quarter, did that get to you? He said, nah, it ain't get to me. I got beautiful kids at home.
Oh.
He said, I go home and I'm good. He said, they gotta go home with the loss. Boo them. Like, you know, like on some.
Our teammate? That's his teammates?
No, talking about the fans. Like, y'all gonna go home thinking about that. I'm not thinking about that.
Well, then get the fuck up out of LA. Then get the fuck up out of LA. Get up out of LA.
That's kind of weird to say. Like,
get up out of LA.
I get what you're saying. You can't let what all the fans are doing in your head, right? I get that. But you can't say shit like that. You might feel that way, but you can't out loud say it like basically fuck the fans. I'm here to do my job. I can't, and that would be even better to say. Like, I can't let y'all distract me, right?
Hey, look,
y'all can move. I get
I'll
it.
give you a politically correct answer. You know what? The Bulls are right. We're not putting a good product out there. We need to work on our game. We want a losing streak to try to figure it out. If they're booing us because they're unsatisfied, we're unsatisfied too. Next question.
Bang.
Politically correct.
Find out you didn't have
Come on,
publicist
nigga,
training and shit.
because my hit the showers is dun dun dun. It's a group shower. The Lakers. The whole shit.
The Lakers.
From the rooter to the tutor, from the person who owns the team to the water boy to the person who's wiping off sweat off the court when niggas fall down.
Damn, even the sweat boy.
Him too. Bro. Hit the secondary shower.
Yeah, don't hit it with them, Penn State.
Hit the truck stop on the way home.
He said Penn State.
That's worse than Penn State.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
I do, unfortunately.
I don't get it. I'm being honest. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. What I'm trying to say is
Penn State coach that was supposedly touching the boys in the shower.
I was just talking about the quality of showers, like just having.
Cliff, you might have just Cliff, you might have just ruined our damn podcast.
No.
Oh shit! He said the quality of showers.
Nigga, look, man, you gotta take the dirtiest. Nobody clean the shower in weeks. That's what I was saying. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, look, that shit is it's hard to be a top dog when everybody's watching you and expecting you to do great, and you don't produce. So, look, the whole team, they talking about Rob Pelinka and all this type of stuff about how it's his fault and this, that, and the third, and they got rid of talent that they could have kept and people they brought in. I don't know. All that shit looks pretty bad right now. Whatever y'all did, it didn't work. And group shower.
Hit the showers. You hit it with them, Malcolm.
I'm good.
Hit it with your Lakers.
I'm off them right now, man. I'm off them. I'm off them until they want to start.
Y'all got some fresh towels.
Where the washcloth at? You had to bring your own soap? Damn. I wasn't prepared.
I'm gonna take a wet shower.
Get rid of Westbrook and Street Clothes Davis.
Oh man.
That'll help, but good luck on your endeavors.
It depends on who you get in return. Cause the way it's been looking, you may not even get as much in return as expected.
And at this point, give them away for free and get the cap space.
Well, does anybody have anything to take us out?
Cavs are going to drop to last seed. It was a matter of time. They are who we thought they were.
Hater in them.
They are who we thought they were.
Damn, why you gotta do that?
Your team does not succeed.
Right. Why you do
The Cavs are going back down the rabbit hole where they belong.
These are young boys. Let these young boys cook.
Nope.
You know, the thing about it is, I think personally, that the Bulls and the Cavs are on the crash course for a playoff series. It makes sense. It could happen.
I can see that.
Second round, if not first round. Look, man.
You know the middle teams usually end up having to play each other anyway because they ain't the worst and they ain't the best.
Hey, well, we waiting on you.
Nigga, I told you last episode. Oh, you don't remember. I said we don't want a spot at the table. We want your spot, nigga.
Well, I'm sitting in my seat. You have to make me stand up.
Listen, we'll wait until the Cavs get there. I'm telling you, we gonna meet you.
All right.
Malk, I know you're not involved in this conversation, so to all my shower heads,
Gotta make the
like,
playoffs.
subscribe,
Who's
share,
gonna make the playoffs?
tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a enemy. We'll catch y'all Saturday. We will be on Saturday. Tune in.
Be there or be square.
All that, bitches.